guys, it's Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to show you what I bring in my park bag. So with the parks reopening and people going back to Disney World, I thought it'd be a good time to show you everything that I usually bring to the parks. I've also been missing Disney a lot, so this kind of gives me a little spark of going to the parks without actually being able to go to the parks. So in today's video, I'm going to show you everything that I packed with a few extra add-ons that you need now when going to the parks. But if you guys enjoy Disney videos and Disney content, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn on this bell so you get notified every time I upload, as I post tons of Disney content on this channel. So to start off, for a bag, I usually bring some sort of backpack. So the one I have next to me is this Disney Vacation Club member backpack. This one's on the smaller side, which I like when there's not a lot of stuff that I'm going to bring. I also do have a Disney World bag that's much larger if there's a lot of stuff, and then if I'm only bringing a little tiny bit to the parks, we do have like an Alani backpack that is really only carries a small amount. It's kind of similar in size to like a Loungefly bag. So I like to bring some sort of Disney bag to have some Disney spark to my park bag. So it just kind of depends on what size and how much we're going to need. What I usually bring would fit into a bag this size. I do have a bigger bag if there's a whole family and we're all going together, because we do have more when there is 4 of us versus when there's 2 of us versus when it's just me in the parks. So to start off, one thing I don't have with me is, of course, I'm going to have some water in the bag. I always keep 2 waters in the side pockets. I think that's very important to make sure you always have water. We like to go to either Publix or 7-Eleven or somewhere and grab really big like gallon sized waters, and I always just keep refilling the bottles that we have. But I do always keep 2 waters in my side pockets. It's just a cheaper way than trying to buy water every time we go to the parks. The next thing I always have is some sort of sunscreen. So we usually use Coppertone, but any sort of sunscreen, whether spray or a cream, we make sure we have some of it. The Florida sun is hot, and even in the middle of winter, you can still get sunburned. I'm from New England. We don't get the same sun in the middle of winter, so definitely always bring some sort of sunscreen in your bag. The next thing that I always keep in my bag is an extra magic band. So I usually have one on my wrist and at least one in my bag. This is important just in case your magic band gets lost. I know at the end of the year they're switching to not giving out the free magic bands, but I have so many magic bands and I'm always going to keep a magic band with me to make sure that I have everything on here, and if I accidentally lose my magic band, I still have access to everything to be able to charge everything and do everything in the parks. The next thing I always bring, whether it's in my bag or around my neck, is my annual pass and my DVC card. So I always make sure to have these with me just so that I can get my discounts in the park, and I still am able to get like into the DVC lounge, or if I forgot my magic band or something, I can get into the parks with my annual pass. These are very important to have with you, and you also need your ID, so I would keep my ID in with these so that I'm able to get the discounts in the park and be able to have all of this with me. The next thing is something new that's now required. Of course, you now have to wear a mask in the park, so I have some Disney masks. This one is a Pixar one. These are the medium ones, and I've tried them on and they actually fit pretty well. They are on the smaller side. These are the bigger 2 of the mediums. I have the Pixar set, and I do have a Star Wars set that was supposed to coming in. When we initially ordered them, everybody ordered mediums thinking, oh yeah, that size makes sense, but when they came in really small. Really, these are more meant for children. And then so we do have some larges coming in as well, but this is what the mediums look like. Like, they fit me pretty good. I would expect, like my mom's face, they don't really fit. Her ears are like this and they don't really stay on, but they actually don't fit me that bad, so I'm probably gonna end up using these a lot because I have to wear a mask every day to school. But these are essential now in the park, so I got some Disney masks to add to your bag. I would recommend bringing more than one because it does get hot in Florida, and you want to make sure that you have a spare if one gets like sweaty, or you go on a water ride like Splash Mountain and it gets wet. You want to make sure you have a spare. The next thing that is a necessity that I would bring anyways to the parks, but is some hand sanitizer. With everything right now, you definitely want to make sure your hands are constantly sanitized. I know they have hand sanitizer and hand washing stations all over the park, but I definitely recommend bringing your own little hand sanitizer. This is just a Bath & Body Works one that I've had in my room, and it's watermelon lemonade, so it's some fun smelling hand sanitizer. Is definitely a necessity. The next thing I always bring with me is some sort of sunglasses. It's bright in Florida, and I always make sure that I have at least 1, if not 2 pairs of sunglasses in my bag. I love just like free sunglasses that you get at different events. These are the type of sunglasses I like to wear, but definitely make sure you have your sunglasses. My mom always brings her sunglasses in her case just to make sure if you have prescription sunglasses or anything like that, want to make sure you have those in the parks with you. The next thing I usually bring is some sort of ears, so either I throw them in my bag or attach them in my bag in some way. I definitely like to have some ears in the park to make sure my Disney outfit's all Disney-fied. I sometimes throw them in my bag during different rides and stuff, so I want to make sure I have some ears. As a YouTuber, the next thing I need is my camera, so I always have my camera bag, and usually this has extra SD cards and extra batteries in it. currently I'm obviously filming on my camera, so that's not in it. And I also usually have my camera attached to a Joby tripod. This makes it really easy to be in the parks. You can move it around, you can bend it, you can place it down on a table to be able to film different clips in the park. So this is definitely a necessity for me to have my camera with me, with some extra batteries and extra SD cards, and then some sort of tripod to hold it on. The next thing you need, especially in Florida summers, is some sort of umbrella or poncho or anything. This is a nice small compact umbrella, so it's nice to carry this around in the parks, or to have some sort of poncho or a rain jacket of some kind. If in the winter where it's a little bit cooler, we usually just have jackets with us, but in the summer it's definitely nice to have an umbrella to keep you dry in all the crazy passing rain showers that Florida gets. The next thing that I have, you don't really need as much right now because there's not a ton of pin trading in the parks, is I usually bring my Pinfolio. This just has some random buttons and stuff in it now, but I always have my Pinfolio. I just find this is an easy way to put pins in and out of, and I'll throw some pins in the back. It's just easier than trying to carry a lanyard or anything. I like to bring this, and it also does have enough pins, can fit a good amount of pins in it to like, there's 2 full pages of pins in this, that it fits enough pins that you can trade with like other guests if you want to bring some of those. But I like this as a nice smaller way to bring pins versus bringing the huge pin bags. When they used to have the tables at Epcot, I would bring the huge pin bags, but I like my Pinfolio as something small and another alternative. And the last thing that I like to bring to the parks is really for Magic Kingdom. I like to bring my Sources of the Magic Kingdom cards to play the game at Magic Kingdom. So I have a bunch of different cards in here. This is kind of my full set of cards, and then I have some of the different party cards in here. These are definitely a necessity if you want to play Sources of the Magic Kingdom. You can get some, just a small pack of them when you go to the fire station, but I like to bring these around with me too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if there's something that you pack that you feel is a necessity in the parks that I did not mention. I love seeing what everybody else packs and definitely adding to my park bag over time. I've definitely added different things that I feel are important to bring into the parks. You definitely want to pack light, but you still want to make sure you have everything you need. And obviously if you have kids, you're going to have a lot more, and then if it's just you, you might not even need a bag. I know plenty of people that are locals that just go with like an umbrella and their magic band so that they have everything on it, and their wallet. So it all is up to you what you need, but I definitely think make sure if you're going for a long day, and especially if you're going to stay the full day, you want to make sure that you have a full bag. I'll sometimes throw a snack in there from the hotel room just so that I have a little snack if I'm waiting in between meals, especially when you have meal reservations at different times. That's a nice way to cleanse your hunger before your next meal. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it if you did, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!